Hi, this is Gail the Pond Plant Girl, and today I am winterizing my tiny ponds. This is my tiny tub pond. I'm draining it down about 10 inches, and I found this glass tabletop on my landlord's property. He said I could use any kind of scraps that I want. I'm going to cover my tub to keep the humidity in and the warmth, and so my floating fern can grow, and so I'll have some nice floating fern in the springtime. I'm getting fire ants on my feet. I took the floating fern, and it looks like a salad, and that's okay. I took all the big ones that were just yucky looking, and I put it around my banana tree. Now notice the banana has already suffered from frost, and it's okay because it will come back. The only thing you have to worry about if you have a banana tree is the ground freezing. If the ground freezes, then your banana won't come back. I've thought about cutting it back, but nobody ever does, and I thought it was because people were lazy. But for some reason, from my experience, the plants come back better in the spring if you just let nature take their course and just do its own thing. Now, if you have some of my floating fern, just save a couple of the little ones. Actually, I have several little ones in here, and those will last the winter just fine. But if you try to make the great big ones that are like 2 feet wide or 1 foot wide or whatever to survive the winter, you'll have a tough time at it. It's natural for them to die back and then just repopulate with their babies. And that's the easiest course of action to take. When I'm putting my water lotus to bed for the winter, I wait until the leaves turn brown, such like this. And then I pull them off so it looks a little bit nicer. You don't have to, but a lot of people do. But you have to wait until they turn brown, because if you trim the leaves and stems when they're still green, you will get mildew inside of your stems, which will kill your plants. And a lot of people have lost their expensive water lotus plants by doing that. Here's another tiny pond, much smaller. I just wanted to show you what the floating fern looks like when it gets cold. It's not pretty. So all this is going to be yanked out as well and used as mulch around my banana tree. So I encourage you, don't throw away your scrap plants. Use it around your trees and your bushes and your roses to keep them alive and healthy, and it gives them natural fertilizer throughout the season. Right, Ashley? Yeah. This is my bigger tiny pond. This is actually a wading pool. It's about 3 feet deep, something like that, maybe more. And as you can see, the floating fern in this one is doing better. So I am just going to let it do its thing to see what happens. And when I have the money for it, we're going to do another video on how to make a greenhouse over your tiny pond. Of course, a lot of this brown stuff here, the babies that just didn't make it with the frost, I'm going to yank those out. But the ones that are looking halfway decent, I'm going to let those stay in. I like to spread my tiny ponds throughout the yard because you just never know how different plants are going to react to just different areas in your pond. You would be amazed on the air temperature, the water temperature, the sunlight. There's lots and lots of factors involved in that. And as you can see, I've got floating fern here too. And my water lettuce in this one actually survived through our hard freeze and it's doing fine. I put a thin drop cloth over it because I'm not prepared yet for a thicker greenhouse plastic. But it's doing great, you know, given the elements. My Chinese water chestnut, which is this, I cut it back, and I think I'm just going to cut it all the way down. It looks okay, and there's nothing wrong with it, but it's good for it to go dormant, and I think it's time for it just to be cut all the way down. And in the springtime, it'll pop back up even bigger and lusher and healthier, and lots more plants. There you have it. Just a simple glass over the tub. This one doesn't fit perfectly, and so I'm going to search for some other windows. I have some square ones at the bottom of the property I can use. But it's nice and sturdy. I did put some bungee cords across just temporarily for now until I have some better supports underneath, because if the cats jump up on here, I don't want the glass to break or to fall back into the pond. And the water level is only down about 4 inches, which I think will be just fine. And if the plants grow and get bigger, I'll drop the water level some more so they'll have room and not press up against the glass. And there you have it. I'd like to say hello to everyone over at Shangri-La Botanical Gardens. Everyone, you're so wonderful, and I'm glad to be a part of the Stark Foundation and Shangri-La as well. This is Gail, your pond plant girl. If you have any questions, please feel free to email me. I know what the things that I had in this video doesn't exactly apply to areas that receive snow, so you'll need to adjust for that in the snowpack. But you can build a greenhouse out of scrap materials and windows, and you will just need to have extra support such as chicken wire or something like that, so your greenhouse won't get caved in from the snow. Hey, you have an awesome day. Keep on being you, and I'll see you next time.